I got my green sticky icky sticking to my hand. Pull it in the grinder and pull it again. Rolling all day long. Rolling, smoking that ball.
Dude, you know what's the best, man? When you're like breaking the shit up, right? And it falls on the surface. Clumps back together again.
I couldn't pull up with you guys as soon as I try and hit it hard.
How you doing, everybody? JD here with Conversations While High, and we are here today in Philly at Independence Hall with Derek J. What was it?
Peace News Now.
I'm Vanessa Maria from the Panic Hour.
And I'm Rich.
It's New Jersey Weed Man. On YouTube, it's New Jersey Weed Man. Spell it out.
Peace News Now.
Peace News Now. Now, we got here a little bit late, unfortunately, due to transit problems. However, he's been here the whole time, and could you just give us a quick, recap of what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. So the people convened here at 3:30 to see some speeches by prospective politicians and civil disobedience activists. At around 4:20 p.m., there was a moment of marijuana reflection where activists who were prepared to engage in civil disobedience and accept the consequences of their actions partook in a little bit of marijuana celebration. And there were about 8 arrests, unfortunately.
Only 8? How many participants would you...
I would estimate about 300 to 400 participants were here.
How many smokers were there?
There's probably a couple dozen that decided to engage in civil disobedience. That's the point of the Smoke Down, is to come here to Independence Mall and, smoke a joint in protest of our marijuana laws, break the law.
Have barricaded themselves behind metal bars, and they dragged people over there, gave them citations. I don't believe anyone left in a paddy wagon, so fortunately I don't think they were arrests per se, more citations, because this is federal property. And so whereas in Philadelphia you may be arrested for smoking weed, on this federal property you're just cited.
Right, because they're not federal police agents.
They are, yeah. They're National
they
Park Service, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they are federal, indeed. And I believe that's why we have Philadelphia's finest over there, the police force, to protect the National Park Service.
Wow.
It's really interesting how all the designation of powers works out here.
Now, when the arrest happened, was there a scramble of any sort? Was there a pushback at all?
Fortunately, this has been going, this is the 8th Smoke Down Prohibition, and so the activists who are participating have had a lot of experience and a lot of practice, for better or for worse, being arrested. And so they were extremely peaceful, extremely compliant, because the worst thing you can do when getting arrested is resist in a way that will increase the aggression that's being used against you. So most people were quiet, peaceful, walked with the officers, really just going through the motions. The officers, they're not courageous people, they're cowardly, and they're following orders, so just recognize that and let them be cowardly and take you away, and then you take your actions when you are empowered. In that moment, you are not empowered, so just go along with it.
We all just gotta remember that everything's being filmed nowadays. Everybody's got a picture of everything. I'm sure that there's a Twitter page somewhere that has a list of every single person that's been arrested. And would you know any of that information?
Yeah, people who are interested should research the Panic Hour and Philly NORML. Those are the 2 organizations who put on this event every month. You can also follow peacenewsnow.com. That's where I've always followed this event since January when it got started. And I've been documenting the arrests each month.
We had 2 events today. The first one was in the morning. It was an anti-war march. People met at City Hall. We had a little rally, and that's how I met this guy, Rich. He comes to the Smoke Downs, and he was organizing a rally against the war. So we decided to merge the events together, and we marched all the way down Market Street and came to Independence Mall, and then we had Smoke Down Prohibition. I think a lot of people have been sort of nervous to get arrested because of what's happened here in the past. That arrest happened earlier. People didn't want like a really violent, aggressive interaction with police, and so I think that's why they do it sometimes, to scare people and intimidate them. And so, you know, we had a good group. We had a big cloud of smoke as always. I took a couple hits myself because the police stressed me out, and I like, you know, it reduced my anxiety better now.
Oh yeah, I smoke. I enjoy my smoke. I didn't get smoke today. I'm over here holding the banner, the orange banner. I am really afraid about getting arrested.
A lot of press out today earlier?
Not here. They won't cover this.
No? See, this is why the word's not getting out about it.
They were at the other for the Syrian war.
Yeah, they came to our earlier anti-war march. All the networks were out. You know, we invite a lot of independent journalists to come out. A lot of people have cameras. A lot of people like yourself. Like, we depend on you guys in order to get the message out because mainstream media refuses to tell the truth about marijuana. And so we really appreciate you coming to interview people and tell our story, because like we really need to create our new media in order to change people's minds.
Yes, I wanted to do that. Mainstream media is just all they're reporting news and they're told they read it coming from.
Mainstream media.
Yes.
Here with
New Jersey Weed Man.
the New Jersey Weed Man. Now, you've been around for quite a few smokeouts, right?
I've come here to the Smoke Down Prohibition, I think the last 5 of them. But I was also here 10 years ago when I started as a smoke out. Protest, Liberty Bell protest. So 10 years ago, basically, it was the once a month thing. It ended in 2005, and these guys with the Panic Hour picked it up and started their own Smoke Down Prohibition, they call it. And I've been happy to be part of this. My challenge got dismissed, but after 3 years.
The initial arrest that led to those court cases, were they arrests made at the smokeouts?
Yeah, right here.
How violent were they?
They were actually pretty cool. Actually, if you Google me, you'll see, if you Google something, say, YouTube, go to YouTube and go to, No, You Can't Have My Marijuana. Type that in, music copy.
No, you can't have it.
Yeah, no, You Can't Have My Marijuana. You'll actually see me blowing smoke into a cop's face. You know? I second that.
Watch it.
Well, so since you have, since you've been out, you're clearly still coming right on back. Do you have any fear of being arrested again?
Obviously, but me myself, lately, I've been trying to avoid getting arrested here because I have other court cases in New Jersey. And I don't need to pile on more cases. But I tell you what, just the fact that people come out here and engage in civil disobedience, I'm down with coming and participating with it, giving the a little pep talk, smoking a little, taking pictures with people, encouraging them to come out here. I'm happy with that.
How do you think the turnout this year was compared with better years?
Well, every month there seems to be a core group of a couple hundred people, which is good. Some months have been better than others. I think in 420 it was like 700 people here. I think the next one, was in May. I think that one had, I don't know, maybe 500 people, 400 people. Lately the last few has been between 200 and 300. whatever. It's a core group of about a couple hundred people. So next month we should be counting a couple hundred people. Sooner or later, there'll be some months, I'm sure.
They just keep on coming. I can't imagine that coming out of one event that enough politicians or legislators or lawmakers would start citing a single event as their reason for maybe switching the fence on their policies, but maybe like as the attendance builds over the course of the year, they'll start to see, you know, maybe a gradual change. And I think it's mostly with people. We need to get more individuals out here, because that's what's going to show whether or not it's actually something that the people themselves are endorsing. But
we need to take it to the streets. That's what's going on. We need to take it to the streets of these events. That's what they're about. You know, just bringing it out in the public, getting the public attention. Each time these events occur, people videotape them, they put them on the internet, they put them on YouTube, and the world is seeing what's going on here in Philadelphia.
hopefully this just keeps on growing. Well, we thank you very much for joining us, sweet man.
No problem.
We'll probably see you again
Next month. I believe it's on the 21st next month.
21st.
September 21st.
September 21st. This is next Smoke Out in Philly. Last Saturday of every month. Come on out. Bring it on out. Come along with us, man.
Fuck the law, smoke it anyway.
Yeah.
All right, peace.
Making sure that the people who have court, we follow up with them and don't forget about them, because it can be easy to get wrapped up in the energy of the day, but then later on these people have to go to court, and it matters to have a court filled with support. It matters not only for the activist but for the judge who's deciding, should I let this person go or should I put them in a cage?
Because remember, the police have support and the court has support, and the court, they'll be there every single day.
They're getting paid to be there.
Yeah, if your buddies won't be there every single day, you know, then who's trying harder? The system is trying harder than we are as individuals. We need to put in more. We need to get here earlier. We need to come out in bigger numbers. So high up in the sky. Want to run away? I'm so fucking high.
I keep on saying I'm gonna do a blog called Talking Shit. And I'm sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, that sounds like it's got the right little edge.
Hey, like that shit.
Right? I think we can look right into that.
I put a couple of them out there. You see them, right? Sometimes I take my phone and stick it in my underwear. So you can see edges in my underwear, and I'm talking down into my phone. And at some point, I reach back and flush the toilet. Talking shit between me while I'm taking this shit.
Where you got fucking high up in the sky.
It sounded like he said avoid the clap, which is the most ridiculous thing I could say to me at a marijuana prohibition.
Thank you for
that was interesting.
joining us. Avoid the clap.
That's a good recommendation, yes. Thank you, officer. Sounds like he has some personal experience.
It may be why he has such a distaste. He may have had a bad experience.
Yeah. Interesting comment.